Welcome to the deep dive. Look, the January transfer window, it's always a bit mad, isn't it?
It's definitely chaotic. Rumors flying everywhere.
Yeah, a total information overload. And for you, trying to track the big moves, it's tough sorting the real signals from, well, just noise.
hmm
So our job today, we're taking that pile of sources you sent over, digging in and pulling out the clearest info on one specific target everyone's talking about.
And we're zeroing in, laser focused on Adama Traore, the Spanish winger.
That's the one. The links are strong for a potential move from Fulham to West Ham United this month.
Yeah, that's the buzz.
Okay, so let's ground ourselves first, the basics. Who we're talking about exactly and what's the current state of play.
Right. Traore, most Premier League fans will know him. He's 29, plays on the right wing, currently with Fulham. And the key thing from the sources, West Ham are actively exploring a deal.
Exploring. So that means what? More than just a quick look.
Definitely. It suggests they're past just initial scouting. They're likely looking at the financials, the logistics, making real inquiries.
Okay, so the big question for you isn't if West Ham want a winger. Seems clear they do, but why this winger?
Yeah.
Why Adama Traore right now? What's the specific context here?
Well, that's where it gets interesting.
Let's unpack it then. Because, usually you look at stats, form, but this one feels driven by something else. What makes this specific? Not just another name on a list.
I think the biggest piece, the real nugget here, is the reunion angle.
Ah, okay.
Traore potentially linking back up with West Ham's new manager, Nuno Espirito Santo.
Right. They were together at Wolves, weren't they?
Exactly. They know each other very well from their time there.
That's huge in January, isn't it? A manager wanting a player they already know and trust suggests it's more solid than just like a data-driven pick.
Absolutely. Think about it. Mid-season window, you need players who can hit the ground running. There's less risk when the manager knows the player inside out.
Knows the strengths, the weaknesses.
And crucially, knows exactly how he fits into the system. Especially someone like Traore with that, explosive pace and physicality. It's a unique profile.
So this feels like it's coming directly from Nuno, his preference.
The sources strongly suggest that, yeah. It's not just the recruitment department identifying a target. It feels like the manager saying, get me him.
And that helps define the target for you, the listener. They're not after potential here. Traore, 29, Spanish international winger. They want immediate impact. Someone Nuno knows can do a specific job from day one.
Plug and play, basically.
Yeah.
Stability, quick integration. That's the idea.
There's always a but, isn't there? The personal connection is one thing. The money, the contract, that's another story.
Always is.
Yeah.
And that's where Fulham come in. We need to look at the logistics. What leverage do they have? What's the likely cost for West Ham?
Okay, lay it out for us.
First key fact. Traore's contract at Fulham. It runs until the summer of 2026.
2026. Wow, okay. So Fulham aren't exactly backed into a corner here.
Not at all. No pressure to sell immediately.
Mm-hmm.
In January, that gives them massive leverage. They can dictate terms, really.
They hold the cards.
Pretty much. If West Ham want him now, they'll likely have to pay a premium. The infamous January tax.
But do we have any idea of a baseline figure? What's he valued at?
We do. The sources point to Transfermarkt's valuation, which estimates his market value around 9.000 million.
9 million euros. Honestly, that sounds almost reasonable for his experience in the league.
It does sound reasonable, but that's just the baseline estimate, remember. With that contract running to 2026 and Fulham holding the power, that 9 million could easily become, say, 12 million, maybe even 15.
Because Fulham can just say no or name their price.
Exactly. West Ham will know the baseline, but they'll also know Fulham are in control. That contract length really complicates things and definitely pushes the expected price up.
So it sets up a tricky negotiation. Nuno might really want him, but Fulham are going to demand a hefty fee. High stakes.
Definitely. And that's not the only complication.
Go on. This is where it gets even more tangled, right? Because Traore isn't the only option, and West Ham aren't the only interested club.
Precisely. We need to look at the competition. And it's kind of a two-way street for West Ham. Who are they competing against to sign Traore? And who is Traore competing against for that spot on West Ham's team sheet?
Okay, let's take the external competition first. Who else is sniffing around?
Well, it's not just an all-Premier League affair. Obviously, there's interest from domestic rivals. Nottingham Forest are mentioned.
Okay.
But also clubs in Spain. Sevilla and Valencia are apparently keeping tabs on him too.
La Liga interest. That confirms he's still a wanted man. So West Ham aren't just battling Fulham on price.
They're also competing against other clubs who might offer something different. A return to Spain, maybe different wages, different project. It keeps the pressure on West Ham.
Yeah.
It might speed things up.
Makes sense. But you said the internal competition at West Ham is maybe even more revealing.
I think so, yeah. Because when you look at West Ham's reported shortlist for that right-wing position, Traore isn't alone.
Who else is on there?
The sources list a few other names. K. Adeyemi, P. Wimmer,
Yeah.
and the really eye-catching one, R. Sterling.
Raheem Sterling. Seriously. From Chelsea.
That's the name mentioned.
Wow. Okay, that really changes the picture, doesn't it? Sterling is a massive name. Proven Premier League star. Different caliber, different price bracket entirely, surely.
Completely different. And it throws up a huge question about West Ham's actual strategy here.
Like, what are they really aiming for?
Exactly. Is Traore the main target, the pragmatic choice, known by the manager, achievable fee somewhere in that, let's say, 9 to 15 million euro range?
The Nuno signing.
Right. Or is he actually plan B? Is he one of several options they're exploring while they maybe try and pull off something much bigger, like landing Sterling?
Because going for Sterling signals massive ambition, huge wages, huge fee likely. Going for Traore feels safer, more tactical, prioritizing Nuno's comfort zone.
It's that classic dilemma, isn't it? Ambition versus pragmatism. Sterling offers goals, assists, proven track record at the highest level, but the cost is enormous.
And maybe disruption. High-profile player coming in mid-season.
Potentially. Whereas Traore offers that tactical certainty for Nuno, likely a lower fee, maybe frees up funds for other areas they need to strengthen, which, believe me, they seem to need.
Ah, so this isn't happening in a vacuum. That shortlist makes more sense if West Ham are busy elsewhere too?
Extremely busy. To give you the full context, this Traore rumor is just one piece of a much, much bigger puzzle for West Ham right now.
Okay.
The sources show a huge amount of recent activity, rumors linking them to players all over the pitch. It suggests a major push to reshape the squad under Nuno.
Give us some examples. How busy are we talking?
Well, just looking at reports from the last, say, 20 hours or so, they're apparently looking seriously at forwards. Names like Joshua Zirkzee, Richarlison are being mentioned.
You see the Bologna striker, he's highly rated, and Richarlison. Ambitious moves, both potentially very expensive or complex deals.
Exactly. Shows intent up front. But it's not just attackers.
Midfield, defense.
Both. Go back maybe 8-9 days. Persistent links to fullbacks like Rick Karsdorp, Renan Lodi, even midfielders like Manuel Locatelli.
Locatelli, too. Wow. They really are casting a wide net. It sounds like they're trying to upgrade half the team at once.
It certainly looks like a significant overhaul is planned, or at least being explored very actively. They seem to be targeting multiple key positions simultaneously.
Which must mean they've got a decent budget allocated for this window.
You'd assume so, yeah. Or they're planning some very creative deals.
So how does all that activity connect back to the Traore situation?
Well, I think it makes the sensible option potentially more appealing. If West Ham are indeed trying to bring in, say, a top striker, a starting fullback, and a midfielder,
then splashing huge cash on the winger position as well might stretch things too thin.
Precisely. Maybe securing Traore Nuno's guy, known quantity, relatively manageable fee compared to Sterling, allows them to lock down that position quickly and reliably.
And then focus the bigger transfer firepower, the main budget, on those other crucial areas like striker or midfield.
It's a plausible strategy, isn't it? Get the manager, his trusted winger, then go big elsewhere.
Okay, so let's try and boil this all down for you listening. What are the absolute key takeaways here? The main pressures shaping this potential Traore deal?
Okay, point one. Adama Traore. He's 29, Spanish, experienced. And crucially, he's a priority target largely because of that history with the manager, Nuno Espirito Santo. It offers tactical comfort.
Right. Point two.
He's not the only target. He's on a short list alongside other high-profile wingers, most notably Raheem Sterling. That signals a potential split, Nuno's preference versus perhaps broader club ambition.
Got it. And the final piece?
The money and the contract. Estimated value around 9 million euros, yes, but his Fulham contract runs until 2026. That gives Fulham real power in the negotiation. It won't necessarily be cheap or easy.
So speed, cost, ambition, manager's choice, all pulling in different directions.
It's a classic transfer window calculation. Complex.
So, thinking bigger picture then, what's
Yeah.
the final thought we should leave people mulling over?
Well, connecting all these threads,
Yeah.
you see West Ham frantically busy across multiple positions. You see Sterling's name on that winger list. You have to ask yourself, how much does that Nuno reunion factor really count for? Is getting the manager his familiar face more important than swinging for the fences with a bigger name like Sterling?
Or, put it the other way.
Exactly. Or does that roughly €9 million valuation for Traore, combined with Nuno's trust, just make him the smartest, most strategically sensible signing, especially when they seem to need upgrades everywhere else on the pitch?
A bird in the hand, perhaps. Fits the budget, fits the manager, lets them focus elsewhere.
That's the calculation they'll be making right now. Ambition versus pragmatism. It's the core dilemma for West Ham this January. Definitely something for you to watch as the window progresses.
And you can be sure we'll be watching those bids and developments closely, too.
Absolutely.
We'll talk to you next time on The Deep Dive.